TV, and today we are joined with Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, Joe. We're reviewing the game, obviously, and the game is Last of Us. So, Joe, fire away. What did you think?
Loved it. Probably my game of the year so far. I think it's just amazing story. I think it's got something for everyone in there. So, say if you're like me, that you love Naughty Dog's previous works, like Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted. Yeah. I think they had a lot to live up for from Uncharted, and it's something new. Something the horror genre works for them. As something for the old fans as well, like the collectibles, the build your own weapons. But I think fantastic overall. Even the survival experts that say if you like the new Tomb Raider reboot, I think a lot of people are going to like this game. Even the Call of Duty people are going to like this game, and I'll stand by that statement. Yeah,
well, I like what you're saying there. I mean, there were elements of 1 minute you're shooting, obviously soldiers and things like that. Next minute you're ducking around tables trying to avoid zombies.
Variety.
Then you can go in and avoid the tactical espionage people. And then you can go around and go all guns blazing against loads of zombies. Well, I say loads. There's usually 5 or 6 per room at maximum.
That's definitely one of my favourite aspects about the game, is the variety in it. Variety of how you tackle situations, stealth or
it's kind of up to you,
guns
isn't
blazing. Variety in terms of what you use your resources for, what sort of modifications you make, and whether you use your
you can
alcohol
become
to
what
make.
you want to become.
Yeah. Whether you use the alcohol that you got to make a medikit or a Molotov, it's the.
And it changes your fighting skill.
And it'll change every aspect of the story for you.
Yeah, you play the game as you do. I mean, there's quite a few games that kind of do that, and I think this is obviously paying homage to them and putting them all into a package. I mean, the zombies remind me of the ones from sort of Left 4 Dead. The sort of the clickers and bloaters remind me again of the ones from Left 4 Dead. And then there were elements again from everything that sort of pulled together. There was some real stupid moments where you've got to get someone across a river in a raft, which is the most pointless thing in the world. It was tediously. It wasn't even fun. It was just tedious.
Once was okay.
And why was it more clearer under the water than it ever was?
When he's diving, he can see everything that's
easiest
underwater.
collectible to get. Oh, there's a pendant. Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Can see everything underwater apparently.
So there was elements that sort of kind of just went, oh, not this again. Yeah. And there's a lot of this. So I'm going to throw you up onto the.
I think that's a Naughty Dog catchphrase, though.
Off you go.
I think that's a lot of their games do that.
What, help each other up onto
the amount of times I've helped Nathan Drake get up a ladder, I tell you.
Yeah, but it's after a while I'm just...
But that does also bring onto the topic of the problem-solving aspect to it as well. I thought that was quite nice to have in there.
It's a bit of a puzzle.
As well as the horror and the action and all of that sort of adventure.
It's a nice break from...
Yeah. When you're not fighting the infected or whatever.
I mean, the graphics are superb, and I think we all agree on that. There's a few little issues I had, but overall the graphics are mint. And there was one where you're walking around the side, and it's a massive lake, and I sort of stood there a little bit, and I stopped with my character, and I had a bit of a look.
Have a look around.
That's my break point. I don't need to spend my break point getting you across the water on a raft.
But that's just personal preference,
or up a ladder.
I don't like...
There's no one in the world that goes, settle into this ladder bit.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the repetitiveness of it. That I don't enjoy at all. I think something that's as tedious as carrying someone across on a raft, once, maybe twice as a push, is good. But the whole... There were quite a few times where I was there in a room going, well, I need to get up there. Well, how do I get up there? Well, I need a ladder. Where's the ladder? I can't find a ladder. And it was nice to have that sort of problem solving. How do I sort this situation out?
One thing I thought was quite interesting about those sort of puzzles was the fact that instead of just, I found the ladder, you could use the ladder again. Yeah. So you pick it up, you put it again.
Yeah, there was more options.
But I think there should have been more than that, to go find other places.
Yeah.
I did like the open, expansive universe.
It was very linear. Even though it felt open, But I like
You
that.
kinda knew what you had
Sometimes
to do.
I do enjoy when someone just goes, I didn't ever get lost. I knew it was either forward or backwards to
I
go and
think
grab what you've missed.
The
and
more
off you
open
go.
it got, you had another character to help you out,
Yes.
get back on
Yeah.
track, so you weren't just
And you
roaming
felt
around.
safe when you got another character, because there are
Yeah.
some real points where there are 10, 15 guys come into the sort of surrounding that you're in, and you think, aye, this is it. But because there's usually another guy and their kid or something like that, then there's Ellie and you, and is it Joel?
Yeah.
So there's the two of you. I didn't find the fact that this is digressing on someone else. I didn't find the fact of carrying her around. You didn't feel like you were carrying her around. She got better.
She was self-sufficient.
as
I
you
think
got
she gets
through.
part of the family.
She
I
gets
do. Yeah,
she
self-sufficient.
does.
And I think it shows how a character of that age, 14, would act in that situation. You wouldn't want to run away. You'd want to
She
help
fights
fight.
Yeah.
and she helps you in very good
She's
form.
got a better knife than Joel has.
One element that I really enjoy about it as well is the fact that she was born post the first infection, so she doesn't know life
Yeah, and it was good when
as it was before. And there's a few things in it which I find
talks-
really
I like
nice,
that
where
bit, yeah.
where she sees an ice cream van and she goes, "What's
What's
this?"
that?
And at university,
Yeah.
people come here to learn as an adult.
Yeah, and
I-
she doesn't understand it, and I think that's a really
So that
nice
added
aspect
to the
it.
storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds a very good
Definitely.
good mark to the storyline. I think we're gonna have to come because we do like this, and
You've got a
we
lot
could
to say about
we
this.
could talk
Talk about
about
it.
this for all day. But there's one critique thing that we did come out with, and that was sound for
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Which was where you were.
Yeah, there's one worse is the story is quite talking at you. There's not many characters, so it's all there. You know, you're the first prologue is so far after what has happened. There's a lot of information to take in, and sometimes you can be too busy running around a house or just going about your gaming life. You're not listening to the two people standing stationary downstairs
Yeah.
telling you the story.
Because they don't follow
You miss it,
around.
and it just gets
You do.
quieter, and then it's gone.
I think you learn from it the first time, but you shouldn't have to stand
Because
around.
it's an automatic thing. You go into a house, and the first thing you do is look for supplies,
You wanna
because that's what
survive.
the game
Yeah.
is. The
Yeah.
game is
It's a
about
survival
getting
game.
a band-aid and some blooming
Cloth and
elastic
alcohol
tail, and then you make up
yeah.
your thing. It's all about surviving. So I think they made a mistake there, where they go into a room, you go into a new build, and all you do is run off and find stuff while everybody's actually moving forward with the story. And I think that's what one of the things that did affect it. The second thing was the AI was pants.
Oh, I had such an
because
issue with that.
the whole point of the game is running around and being quiet. Clickers only get you because you can.
If you make
I mean,
noise.
it's very scary.
They're blind.
You're there. They're blind. These
Yeah.
are blind. They're running around like aimless
Use a lamp as much as you like.
drunks.
Yeah.
Tip.
Basically just sort of zombieing around, and even if it's right there in front of you, as long as you don't move, and it's very scary, they're very loud and this, that and the other, then all of a sudden whoever's with you just bounds through, runs through, and then talks to you, and you're like, hang on. So even though you didn't have to babysit them, which I liked, so they do come along for the journey.
They
I
were
felt that, hang on,
exciting.
they're not affecting the storyline at all. They're not the gameplay in terms of you need to be quiet, get through here to there without
And
making
one
any
of-
noise, and they just keep talking.
Yeah.
And,
One of my biggest issues with AI is when they don't move.
and they get in your way
If you,
on
yeah,
a stair.
and they get hurt.
Yeah, you're on the stairs. You want to go up the stairs. They're in front of you. You move out. You move back.
And
to the
everybody's
side,
doing this crouching
don't move.
thing like this.
Joel, get out the window, and I can't get in the way.
Yeah, exactly.
And you sort of shove them, and then you just go, oh my God, somebody by the way, yeah. But anyway, we're going to have to move on with the score.
Yeah.
So, Joe, quick line, and what's your score?
Okay, I say most of them are full marks. I think the length could be improved for the first story, but I think the multiplayer aspects and the DLC will sort that out. If it wasn't for the sound, and if it wasn't for the clashing action horror genre, but still great store, 84 for me.
Okay,
Very
go on, quick line and score.
I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a very good game. Nice. I agree in terms of the length that you probably could have added a little bit more here and there, but there is the online multiplayer, which is good. It's good. It's a good multiplayer as well, and the DLC should help out with that as well. And you can replay this main storyline with
all your old weapons,
weapons carrying on, sort of, but starting the story again, but carrying on as you are. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 81.
81, right, okay, quickly. I enjoyed it. Storyline, there's Joel's a bit of a knobhead. There's a few bits and pieces I didn't like, and there's a few bits and pieces I did like. Overall, though, it's superb. Go get it, go play it. It's got replayability, it's got the multiplayer online. It's very expensive to buy, but hey, that's what isn't. So that gives us an MGAM score of 83, which is silver. Do you think it's silver?
I was surprised to go.
I thought it would probably get.
And the
gold.
way we mark it, it got silver. I think I'd give it a gold, personally.
If it was just enjoyment,
But
I'd
the
give
way
it
we
gold.
score it, it's got silver. There were issues in it. It's not 10 out of 10, but it is fantastic.
It's very good, and go buy it.
Why have you still watching this? Go buy it.
Yeah.